At the very beginning of renunciation, we undoubtedly practice the virtues with difficulty, self-compulsion, and sorrow. But after making progress, we cease to feel sorrow in them, or feel it only slightly. And when our carnal mind has been conquered and taken captive by the fire of zeal, then we perform them with full joy, longing, and divine fervor. Lay people once asked me, how can we, living with wives and entangled in worldly cares, attain the most perfect Christian life? I answered them, do all the good that you are able to do. Judge no one, steal from no one, lie to no one, exalt yourselves before no one, hate no one, do not neglect the gatherings of the church, be merciful to those in need, give scandal to no one, do not violate another's honor, and remain faithful to your wives. If you live this way, you will not be far from the kingdom of heaven. With joy and courage let us undertake this good struggle. Let us not fear our enemies, for they look upon the face of our soul, though they themselves are invisible, and when they notice that it has changed because of fear, then they arm themselves more fiercely against us, seeing that we are frightened. Therefore, let us boldly arm ourselves against them, for no one can fight against a courageous warrior. Those who truly desire to labor for Christ must first make every effort, through the help of spiritual fathers and their own discernment, to choose fitting places and ways of life, paths and forms of training, for the communal life is not beneficial for all, and not everyone is capable of silence. Each person must consider which path corresponds to his own disposition. The whole monastic life is contained in three principal forms and modes of ascetic struggle, either in ascetic solitude and hermetic life, or in hesychia with one companion, or at most with two, or finally in patient abiding in the communal life. He who has truly loved the Lord, who truly desires and seeks the kingdom to come, who has genuine sorrow for his sins, who has firmly planted within himself the remembrance of judgment and of eternal torment, who truly fears his departure from this life, such a one will no longer love anything temporal, nor will he busy himself or be concerned about possessions and acquisitions, about the glory and honor of this world, or about anything earthly. But laying aside every care for these things, even hating his own body, he will follow Christ naked, without cares and without sloth, continually looking to heaven and awaiting help from there, according to the word of the Holy One who said, my soul clings to you, and according to the saying of another ever memorable one, yet I did not weary of following you, nor did I desire the day or rest of men, O Lord. It is shameful for us, having left everything, to take up again concern for the same things, but this means to turn back and not to be fit for the kingdom of God. Listen to what the Lord said to that young man who had almost fulfilled all the commandments. One thing you still lack. Sell your possessions and give it to the poor, and make yourself poor so as to receive alms from others. Let us be attentive to ourselves, lest, thinking that we walk the narrow path, we actually wander along the broad and spacious one. Here is the true outline of the narrow way: restraint of the belly, standing in vigil through the night, moderate drinking of water, scantiness of bread, the purifying drinking of dishonor, reproach, mockery, and insult, the cutting off of one's own will, patience in attacks, not murmuring when despised, bearing heavy annoyances, so as to endure courageously when wronged, not to be indignant when slandered, not to become angry when judged, to humble oneself when humiliated. Blessed are those who walk the paths of the way shown here, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.